deodorant.
Okay.
Would you use my deodorant? I don't wipe my underarm pit. Would you wipe my...
Okay, listen. I've done it
That's so
before.
nasty.
Wait a minute. Let me tell you what you got to do. Would you rather me walk around stink or I'm fresh? Okay.
I'm walking around stink.
Oh no. And then that's why they call you the little boy that stink around school. How is that an issue if I'm your wife and I need some deodorant? We're about to leave. We don't have time to stop to the store and get deodorant. What's wrong with that?
All right, I got to confess.
Okay.
I didn't use that deodorant.
I know you did. Oh my God.
Struggling for a man.
I know you used my
pH balance for
Let me tell you why I knew he used my deodorant, but I didn't question him about it.
Yep, we are back. Welcome to another episode of That's a Good Podcast.
Yep.
I'm your host. My name is Marcus Sullivan.
And I'm your co-host. My name is Ty Sullivan.
Hey, we always have good conversations.
Yes.
That usually turn into things that we say.
That's a good podcast.
Right? All right. So today we was actually coming from the radio station. We was just thinking about stuff that couples go through, and it's actually really cool that a lot of people will are saying stuff like, "Man, I saw what y'all are doing. I saw what y'all are doing.
Yeah.
And I want to get on the show." And so if y'all ever have a conversation that we should be having on That's a Good Podcast, make sure you put it in the comments on Instagram or on TikTok. We'll check it.
Or YouTube.
Yeah. And we'll make it. We actually will make that a topic. All right. So as a couple, there are things that I guess I gotta say it like this. Human beings got some things that we just won't share. Now, I think what it is when people start saying, "But y'all married, you should be able to share stuff." I think in real life, there's some stuff I'm just not willing to share.
Well, think about it. That's what made us get on this topic in the first place. Mm-hmm. True story, y'all. True story. I was fixing him some cereal. He thinks he has the most perfect pour, whatever. So I was fixing some cereal, and y'all, the cereal looked so good. I wanted to like just taste it. You know how you be like, let me just taste it just in case something's wrong with it type stuff. And so I was like, babe, can I taste your cereal? He's like, no. You was just like, that's the most disgusting. I'm like, but you kissed me. So
right. So
I mean, I was kind of confused because I was like, as my husband and I'm your wife, I mean, why should it make a difference of if I taste your cereal or not? What makes that nasty? How is that nasty if you kiss me?
Let me ask you this. So you would eat, I can stick my spoon in the bowl, milk on there, pick my spoon up,
you got to slurp.
Milk dripping off, eat it, and then do it again and put it in your mouth.
Why? You kiss? Okay. Wait a minute. But you kiss me though. Like your mouth is with my mouth. Your tongue goes in my mouth. So what is the difference? Please help me to understand what's the difference.
It's gross.
How is that gross?
So there, again. So
that is not nasty. Oh my God, that is not nasty.
So there's some stuff that I am refusing to share with.
Well, I know it's the cereal, but like it's been times where you said you was thirsty. Y'all, his mouth was so dry, like cotton mouth dry. And I'm like, here, babe, like, we don't have an extra bottle of water. And I was trying to give you some water. Y'all, this man was literally about to like starve from water or whatever, like dehydration. And I'm like, bro, just take a sip of the water. He's like, no. Why? Do y'all agree? Like, do y'all really agree or disagree with if you with a spouse or significant other in a relationship, do you agree with drinking from behind them or eating from behind them?
Now, I ain't drinking out your bottle.
What?
I ain't drinking out no bottle.
What?
All right. So
why?
You drink out of my bottle.
Babe, I've drunk out your bottle before. I've learned not to tell you. Okay, but the part that trips me out is the cereal. Like, what is so wrong with me eating one scoop of cereal from your bowl?
The milk that's gross.
Okay.
That's gross. Hold on.
All right.
Deodorant.
Okay.
Would you use my deodorant? I don't wipe my underarm pit. Would you wipe?
Okay, listen. I've done it before. So nasty. Wait a minute. Let me tell you what you got to do. First of all, you can wipe the top of it off. And listen, I'm sure there's been time, especially for women, maybe not men, but there's been time where one of us may have needed to borrow our homegirl's deodorant, or they needed to borrow ours. Okay. Or even lipstick, right? And I'm sure a lot of women can attest to that. What we'll do is clean it off and wipe it off and use it. So those times where I realized I was out of deodorant, those times where, listen, that's middle school. That's not nasty. We're in school. We're kids. Right. Would you rather me walk around stink or I'm fresh? Okay.
Walking around stink.
Oh no. And then that's why they call you the little boy that stank around school.
Right. All right.
Wait a minute, but I had to clean the top off. I put it on. If it's not the spray kind, right?
Yeah.
But how can anything affect? Well, you can catch a rash if it's too strong. Yeah. But how is that an issue if I'm your wife and I need some deodorant? We're about to leave. We don't have time to stop to the store and get deodorant. What's wrong with that?
Right, I gotta confess.
Okay.
I didn't use that deodorant.
I know you did. Oh my God.
Strong enough for a man.
I know you used my
pH balance for a
woman. Let me tell you why I knew he used my deodorant, but I didn't question him about it. Bro, like how we go back and clean the top of the deodorant. Y'all men don't clean the top. You did not clean the top. I was like, why he just left this all the crust around? I had to go back and clean up the top of my deodorant.
All right, so deodorant.
Cereal.
Water,
bottle of water.
All right. Is there something that you just not sharing?
Oh, wait a minute. I got something for you. Before we even go into that, what about when y'all go out to eat, right? Okay. And she wants to taste your food. What is wrong with that? Why most dudes get upset that y'all won't let us? What you mean that's different? That's different? Okay, but you let me taste your food. I'm eating off your fork or your spoon.
That's different.
How? I could eat some of your cereal.
Ain't no milk.
Oh my God.
Ain't no milk in.
Okay. Right. So we go to a restaurant. How many times have I literally given you some of my food off my fork?
That's different.
Okay, babe, how is it different? Mashed potatoes.
I'm not gonna drink out of your glass.
Okay.
Now, if I had a straw, I would. But I ain't.
You drunk out my glass before. So how is that? I'm trying to understand, how is that different from eating off my fork or my spoon, but I cannot taste your cereal? That's no different.
Let me tell you how that's different.
Okay, here he go.
We said cereal.
Okay.
Deodorant.
Okay.
Drinking glass or bottle.
Okay.
Toothbrush. Would you? We go out of town. Exactly. We go out of town, and you done lost your toothbrush. We on the go, and I'm over here.
Talking about some
You going funk mouth? Or
if we're at a hotel, majority of the time they have an extra one you can get.
Would you use?
It has to be an emergency, a matter of life and death for me to.
Yes or no? Would you use my toothbrush?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Nasty.
That is nasty because I don't know what you got in your mouth.
That's
the Louisiana side.
That's why you're not eating off of my spoon.
But you just ate off my fork trying my food. So what's the difference?
So you eat after me.
That's different because you're more detailed.
You kiss me, you'll eat after me, you'll drink after me, but you're not using my toothbrush.
Okay. It has to be an emergency for me to use your toothbrush. Otherwise, I'm going to find some mouthwash. I'm going to create some with toothpaste and water. And I'm going to shake it so much in my mouth and then wipe my teeth. And then I'm going to go back. I'm going to take a towel. And I'll put some toothpaste on that towel.
Women is nasty.
Listen,
man.
You said, okay, if we don't have it, okay, listen to me.
Okay.
This has to be the case. We don't have time to go to the store.
Okay.
They don't have any toothbrush downstairs at the hotel,
okay.
right?
Okay.
I literally have to be completely with no access to get a toothbrush for me to do the things that I was telling you.
I'm going funk mouth.
So you gonna go in people's face, stink mouth.
I'm going to get some peppermints. I'm not using your toothbrush.
Okay, why you just don't put no toothpaste in your mouth if you're gonna get peppermints?
I'll do that.
Well,
too,
that's what I was just saying. I never said I would use your toothbrush. I said I'd rather take a towel and put some toothpaste on it and do this until I'm able to clean my mouth properly.
So you would eat cereal after me?
Yes.
But you won't use my toothbrush.
But you got after food that's stuck inside of the toothbrush. So I'm supposed to go back and put them crumbs of meat or whatever that is that's inside that toothbrush in my mouth? That's chewed up food.
Oh, that's the same thing.
Okay, wait a minute. It's just like when a mom chews up the food for the baby and put it in the baby's mouth. I said, can I taste your cereal? I didn't say chew your cereal and give it to me. That's a difference.
Hold on. Cereal.
Okay.
Deodorant. Drinking bottle or glass.
Tasting my food.
Tasting the food.
Toothbrush. Right?
Yes.
Okay. What else?
I would say flip-flops or sneakers.
Oh, most deaf. If I can fit your sneakers, if I can fit your flip-flops and I'm on a rush, like if I'm just going outside like to pick up something in the yard or check the mail, yes, I'm going to put it on. Why not?
Okay, some people got a problem with people wearing their shoes. Like
that's true.
Well, not shoes. How about socks?
Okay, now you know I put on your socks. Why you had to go there? Y'all, he wears my socks. He wears my socks too.
I put on your socks.
Okay, but here's the funny part. Okay. He does not sleep in those socks. He does not keep those socks on. So he'll put them on. But me, I love socks on my feet as much as possible. So.
All right. Now, since it's a relationship podcast, this one's gonna get kind of deep. I saw this on Instagram, and I was waiting on us to talk about this.
Okay.
And it was a couple.
Right.
And the dude was, I think he was just watching TV. Mm-hmm. Right. Dude just watching TV.
Yeah.
Phone sitting right there. Mm-hmm. Right. Maybe they was a married couple. Right. Girl comes by and goes, "Hey, let me borrow your phone real quick. I need to call somebody."
Okay.
And he is real. he real calm. He real calm. He was just like, "Go ahead." Right?
Yeah.
And she called the people, whatever. He looking this way.
Uh-huh.
And she put the phone down and walk off. And the boy, whole other side was sweating up a storm. Now,
what was he sweating? What was the whole purpose of him? Like, what was the whole purpose of him even sweating?
She was using his phone.
Okay. What's wrong with using the phone?
I knew we would get here.
Right.
All right. So there's nothing wrong with us using each other's phone.
Yes.
But there's a unwritten rule for men.
What you mean?
Hold on.
You got to tell us about it.
There's an unwritten rule that, well, y'all know it. Don't go in a woman's
purse. Right?
Exactly.
Right?
Right? Exactly.
Okay.
Don't go in a woman's purse. There's a unwritten rule that don't go in my phone either. Now, listen, I have no problem. You need to use the phone? Here you go.
Yes.
Right? I ain't talking about closing apps or all that. Here you go.
Okay.
But for some reason.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Go ahead.
For some reason. Ain't nothing in my, I can tell you right now, there is nothing in my phone that you can't go see.
Okay.
But for some reason, if my kids or my coworker, right? I see these memes that say, look, if I show you a picture, don't get to swipe it, right?
Yeah.
Right? It don't have to even be nothing on
Yes.
it. It's just, don't go in my phone.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to speak to that. I feel like when most men say that, to them, it could be but what if something unnecessarily pop up? Hold on.
Okay.
What if something unnecessary that I know I don't have nothing to do with, but all of a sudden, randomly, when she has my phone, somebody DM me or message me, that should come through. So here's the thing. For a man, that's the way they would think and feel and be like, I really don't have nothing to hide, but what if this happened so happily while she has my phone? Now, for a woman perspective, it's if you love me, you care about me, I'm your wife, why are you blowing this out of proportion? That's going to make us feel, right? And I think a lot of men don't take that into consideration of how that makes us feel. They get upset and be like, oh, she tripping, or, oh, why she building this case? But you don't understand the insecurity that you're building in her if you're literally trying to argue her down, not to look inside your phone, especially if she is your wife. I've said this to you multiple times before. I don't believe in that phrase, "What your wife don't know, won't hurt her. What your husband don't know, won't hurt him." I disagree with that statement because why do I need to hide anything from somebody who's supposed to be my best friend and my significant other? You know what I mean? So I disagree with that because that's a worldly statement. And as a believer in Christ Jesus, like, I don't feel like I need to hide anything. For a woman, we don't mind. We don't care who tried to. Let me not say that because some women, they doing the same thing that the men doing.
See, watch it. And I knew you was gonna go there.
But we don't mind.
Always got to be hiding something or sneaking.
It's y'all response that makes us feel like that. It's not necessarily, you may be honest man, but a lot of times it's your body language and your response.
What's the stigmatized? What's the stereotype? Where did that come from? Don't go in a woman's purse. Where did that come from?
A lot of people say that because for majority of the time we have girly things in there like pads, tampons and stuff like that, or our money, or it's just a matter of I'm gonna say this more solely, it's more so of the private stuff that we keep in there, such as girly things. But here's another thing. If we're the wives or the mothers of our children, guess what? A lot of times we're holding all the important stuff, such as, hold on. Now, like, for example, like Social Security cards, if we're holding medical cards, or if we're holding all this stuff for our husband and for our children.
I can hold it in my phone.
I'm not saying you can't, but majority of the time, the men give it to the who? To hold.
To the woman.
So why would any man or anybody want to go in that purse when she's holding majority of the important stuff that the family needs, right?
Okay, listen. I'm not defending somebody saying don't go on my phone because there's nothing in my phone.
But it's not a don't go in my purse because I'm hiding something and I don't want you to see it. We're not going to get upset. It's just more so because we know what we have in there. We're not shamed of nothing. But again, I think it's just a go-to phrase for people that be like, don't go in that woman's purse. But the phone, y'all over-exaggerate.
Do men over-exaggerate? I guess that's another topic.
Yeah.
Do men over-exaggerate? Don't go on my phone.
Yeah. I tell you what. Listen, in the comments, I'm telling you, ladies, please give me your perspective or your thoughts on how do you feel when your man tells you, don't go in my phone? Because he just related it to don't go in a woman's purse, right? Tell me how that feel. Now, tell me if I'm lying or not. Does that build the insecurity? Now, someone may say, well, that doesn't build the insecurity in me because I shouldn't have. Why am I in his phone? I shouldn't have to be in his phone, which is true.
If you got to go in I'm not saying I want to play a song or I need to call grandma. I ain't saying nothing like that. I'm saying if you got to go through the phone, if you got to do all of that,
then why are you looking at it like, then why are you with that person?
In the first place.
But here's the thing. What if she's not going through the phone for that and she randomly just trying to look up a picture that y'all took and she don't have it on her phone? She probably said, babe, send me that picture, but you have it, right? Or it could be trying to play a song or any smaller thing. And this is a true life story, like real life experience. I remember I used to hide, like for my ex-husband, I used to literally try purposely not to look at his phone or try to go in his phone because I've always used to hear if you go looking for something, you're going to find something that that's not, that may offend you or whatever. Yeah. So for me, going through what I've been through in that past marriage, I used to purposely try not to look at that phone. The crazy part about it is the more I would try not to look, the more things would just pop up on his screen and things that I would see. And I'd be like, man, seriously, I'm running from it. And it still comes to me.
So and then I'll end it on this. I do have a saying, and this goes for anybody's phone, not even if you hide anything, right? But if you, on anybody's phone, and I know they're going to probably tear this up in the comments, anybody's phone. I can grab your phone, babe, and I can go in there and look for a picture or whatever. If I go, like you said, if you go looking for something, you're going to find.
You can find anything and attach it to something bad. Yeah, so, you can, rightfully so, but that comes with you knowing that significant other. You really have to know that spouse and how they are, and that also determines if you really trust them or not. If you really have unless you have trust issues.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a whole nother topic. Hey, this has been another good episode.
Yes, that's a good podcast.
Make sure you go to all of our social medias and tell them how they can find us.
Man, listen, our page is fairly new, but you guys can really find us at That's a Good Podcast. All the words are together, but That's a Good Podcast on TikTok, on YouTube, as well as on IG. And listen, it's coming soon on every streaming platform. So y'all be looking forward to it, okay? And make sure you share it with your friends and with your family if you think these topics are good and if you would like to engage in some of those topics with us, right?